Yo, yo.
Yep.
You,
What's going on, guys?
everybody good? Everybody in and set?
Championship football.
We here.
All right, welcome back. It's another night of Island Boys football talk. We know what tomorrow is championship football. Of course, you got your three boys in the building. C Money, Sheen, aka the San Francisco 49er with us. We got K Jizzle, aka Floyd Eagles Floyd with us. And then we got Shrede, aka head coach Wright with the Carolina Panthers with us too. So you know what it is. It's championship football Sunday. Like we said on Tuesday's show, we got a lot to talk about again today. But it's basically the main thing is gonna be our final awards from Sheen and Jizzle and their NFC matchup, which is the San Francisco 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Talk a little bit about the AFC game, and then we'll talk about the Panthers' new head coach as well. But we got to start with the big one. The big one is Jizzle versus Sheen. That's the one everyone is expecting. That's basically the top two teams in the NFC, rightfully so. We'll give everyone their last words. I'll give you guys my opinions after, but I got my drink and my pizza, so I just listening to two of you for the first part of the show. I ain't got nothing to say. That's on you. But I think we give the visitor, the San Francisco 49ers. You get the mic first to get your final say in on what you think about this matchup and what you think the 49ers is gonna come out victorious.
This gonna be a heavyweight battle royal, kicking them out, slapping them out, back in the day football. I expect it to be a very physical game. Philadelphia Eagles front line against our offensive line, our front line against their offensive line, our linebackers against their front line, and our secondary against their wide receivers, and vice versa. Um, this is gonna come to a real chess match. I think this is what everybody waiting on. Number one versus number two. I've been trying to call it since beginning of the season, since the Eagles went on that run.
A big one.
And after we had remember who the hell we were after going 3-4 and catch ourselves and realize, yeah, we need to be up there with the big guys too. And I've been telling KJ I've been looking forward to this matchup. The good thing I like about this matchup is that both teams are coming in relatively healthy, if not 100%, 99 or 98% healthy. And it's gonna come down to execution. And I think the first team that make the mistakes is the team that'll lose the game. You got two very good teams. We stack very well against each other. I think me and KJ had already talked on Tuesday about what I'm gonna come down to. After me in the film room watching some more film, listening to some analysts, watching my shows, watching his shows, watching Philadelphia Eagles, going back and watching some of the games that they play, and some of the games how we play. Gannon gonna have to show up. And if he don't show up, he gonna get Shanahan gonna eat him up. And he gonna have to show up. And I hope he don't show up. So we gotta eat him up. That's a lot of personnel he got to face against. I don't think he ever faced that much personnel in his life. And to me, that's what I think Shanahan gonna key in on is the defense. And if we could lull Gannon into showing us he look early, but we could exploit it to the game, I think that's what they're gonna try to do. They've been trying to. They've been focusing to the grapevine. They've been focusing a lot talking about Blankenship. I know y'all get Maddox, but I don't think Maddox gonna be 100% where he gonna play every down. He gonna be rotating in a limited time, I think. And they're gonna try and exploit Blankenship a little bit. They've been talking about him, keying in on him a lot through the week. And then basically keying in on your durability to the whole game, your physicality, what our defensive line gonna bring to y'all to see what I have. Can't really talk shit because kids, you know what he's talking about. I don't like to talk shit to people who don't know what the hell they're talking about when they open them up. And me and him been sitting down watching each other games for the longest, analyzing each other. He'd watch my games, I'd watch his games. So we know. And we hope the coaches know. But like I say, it's gonna be the first person to make that mistake. The first person to make that mistake and not execute is gonna turn that game either sideways or upways. So there's a lot of weapons Gannon gonna have to look at. A lot of weapons he gonna have to look at. And we gonna have to set that tone early. And basically we get into this game, we're gonna try and hit you in your mouth and hope to stagger you and you never leave your catch yourself. That's how funny that's gonna go into this game. I think I know what D'Amico got planned for them receivers. I think I know what he got planned for Hutz. I know how I will plan it. And it'll come down to execution. I think I know where the Eagles gonna attack us or try to attack us. And I see a way how we could avoid that. And D'Amico's a smart cat. I think he should catch on to that and exploit it. I really ain't got much else to say. I'm ready for the game. You can't sit down here and talk. I get on the field. And I'm ready to get on the field. It doesn't settle it once and now.
All right, so Shane ain't got much to say. I think he kind of just ready for this game. Jizzle, what you got?
You know, there's gonna be a big powerhouse matchup between these two teams, between these 49ers and the Eagles, two of the top teams in the NFC. But this is a game for Jonathan Gannon, Shane Steichen, and Nick Sirianni to prove themselves going forward yet again. I mean, you got this team to 14-3, best record in the league, one of the best rosters in the league. You know what I mean? And that roster was brought in to take you this far and go further. This is going to be another big game for Jonathan Gannon. I mean, if he comes out coaching the way he coached against the Giants, then this might be a tough game for San Fran with the defenders that we have come back. I think we got all 22 starters coming back. So with that, I mean, Gannon would have his full arsenal. I think there was a good medical when they all day in practice. So he should be full go for the game. So if he starts, he'll be the slot corner. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will go back to safety, and after they could dominate like how they were all in the season. He's also seen how well Brock Purdy can play away from San Francisco. I think he's been 5-2? 5 home games, 2 away games since he started.
Who we have played? We play against the Raiders away.
Right.
In Arizona, yeah.
Right. So he hasn't played a lot of away games, and that I think 6 hours away. Yeah.
He played
in the East.
3 games.
Right. So I mean, it's gonna be a tough atmosphere for Brock Purdy, and hopefully the defense can be able to be rowdy enough and have enough noise to fluster Brock Purdy a little bit. Also, our defensive line. One of the matchups I'm looking at is Hassan Reddick versus McGlinchey. I think Hassan Reddick got a chance to actually dominate McGlinchey a little bit. I mean, right now he's you can see one of the best defenders at rushing the passer in this league. Probably behind Bosa and probably Chris Jones, but I can see him taking over the game, taking over McGlinchey. Also, Fletcher Cox, who's not playing a whole lot of snaps. He's coming back full of energy, playing great. Brandon Graham again, who could be comeback defensive player of the year. Josh Sweat. Yeah, don't forget Javon Hargrave. He's dominant on the inside. I think last year he dominated the San Francisco offensive line when they played last year in the season. So Javon Hargrave is there too as well. And also Howie Roseman was able to pick up Ndamukong Suh and Lanville Joseph to stop the run game as well. So, I mean, team is stacked. The team is ready to go. I mean, what you don't want to give up all it to San Francisco is them players in the middle of the field. Can't get Kittle going. Kittle is an engine for that team regardless. You know, McCaffrey can get his little 5-yard runs and 10-yard runs or whatever. But when Kittle gets going, that team gets going. And the weakness of our team that would help the Fardeno is a bit is the weakness of our linebackers. How good they're decent in the run game, but they're lackluster at times in coverage. So if they can play some good sound football this week and slow down that San Francisco air attack in the middle of the field, and how Kyle Shanahan interchanges his parts and pieces with the players that he has, if you slow that down, I mean, we should be able to win this game.
That's it.
And my score prediction is 27-24 Eagles.
Eagles.
That's my score prediction.
All right. So let me just do a little breakdown first. I want to see where you guys think the advantage is. We're going to do each position. In the quarterback position, who got the edge? Philly
Eagles.
or San Fran?
Philly.
Philly. Okay.
Philly,
In the running backs, who got the edge?
San Fran.
San Fran. We could agree with that.
But
Pass catchers, wide receiver / tight ends. Who got the edge?
we call that a draw.
Well, that may be a wash there.
We call that a wash.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because you could go position by position, but the
Right.
wide receiver and tight end, it kind of wash up because Kittle
Right.
probably the better tight end, and then they probably have the better wide receiver tandem.
Right.
All right, so we call it a wash. Offensive line, who got the edge?
I think we got the edge.
They have the edge because I think they have the more experience in the better interior because of Kelsey.
Yeah, I think so too. Defensive line, who got the edge?
I think
If
we
you
got
go
the
by
edge too.
if you go by this season, they have the edge.
Yeah, this season.
Every one of their
So
defensive,
we got 70 sacks this season.
Right. every one of their defensive linemen got multiple sacks.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Linebackers, San Fran got the edge by a long margin.
Right.
And secondary, who got the edge?
Eagles got the edge in secondary.
We got the edge.
All right, so I think we all agree on.
You got two Pro Bowlers on that secondary. They got the edge.
Yeah, we all agree on there. I think the key is how well the lines hold up.
That's true. In the trenches.
Yeah, because you get Paul the time, he'll pick you apart. You get Jalen Hurts time, he gonna do the same, and he could use his legs.
Mhm.
If they're under pressure a lot, then it's no go. So I think it comes down to, like KG said, that his defensive line, they got about 5 players in double-digit sacks. You got Graham, Hargrave, Sweat, Reddick. Then you still got Donkey Kong Su and them fellas there to the rotate in and out. We know Bosa is a beast, Armstead is a beast. Ebuka has had a nice season. You got Ken Lash. So it just kind of depends which of them offensive lines hold up the best to give them quarterback some time. I mean, both teams are high-powered offense when they get going. You can't really stop the offense so easy. And both of you guys got good defenses as well. So it's just a matter of who takes advantage of the trenches. The trenches going to decide this game here, because if you got put under pressure all the time with a 4-man rush, you got a lot of persons to cover. Same thing with 49ers. If they get in the rush and just 4 men, then you got one of them in zone in the field and doing everything, then it's just harder. So I think, in my opinion, the key is the trenches for this game, because if Philly can't hold up, then we come back down to check down Hurts, and then he got to run for your life. If the pressure comes for Purdy, then we're gonna have to see how innovative he could get. So maybe dump it off to McCaffrey and them faster. I know some screens and them stuff. There's always ways to.
So we could talk here, right? Because we could talk here. Like I say, the coaches should be watching this, and all week the focus has been on the Philadelphia Eagles defensive front. Right? You have to respect that front. You got 4 players up there with damn near 40 sacks to get them.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I already know what they're gonna come up with. I already know what they're gonna come up with. If he don't come up with this, he's stupid. He gonna try to push that pressure on Pody and see what Pody do. Right? What's the biggest weakness of the Eagles all season? They don't cover running backs well. So it got to be the game plan gonna be if Gannon shows that pressure, you're gonna start to see McCaffrey just jumping off to the side for that little dump off, or you're gonna see Debo doing them way back screens.
The swing route, so swing.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was saying. All it is, if I think what you're gonna see from Shanahan first play gonna be a little handoff up the middle, feel eye out. Then the next play after that gonna be a drop back, feel eye out, and then from there once you see what's going on, then we gonna know what's going on. If you guys are rushing the 4 and the 4 getting through, you're gonna start to see that swing pass, that deep drop off, and thing. But if you change up and try to do, let's say, 8 in the box, which I don't see y'all doing that much, but if you do 8 in the box, then we have to adjust. If you drop back, which I don't see y'all doing much either, I think y'all are really trying to push that pressure up on Pody. I don't know if he can blitz KG. You know what I'm saying? If he blitz, you have to then Pody has to make that pass come out his hand faster. Do you do that and then hope he make a mistake, miss targets, just put pressure on him? Like you said before, the environment that he can be in too, So I don't know, but they've been talking about that push, and the answer to that push is gonna be those swing passes, the end arounds, the dump pass to Debo on the way back, the dump pass to McCaffrey, maybe a little bubble to Kittle, and then see those guys take off the field. They also said that the Eagles are vulnerable across the middle of the field, like you stated. Don't give up.
The linebackers are weak here. That's
the linebackers,
know that. They're not. It's not like they suck, but they're just not the strength of the team.
Right.
I think a key for Philly too is the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson versus Kittle matchup, because they're gonna put Chauncey Gardner at Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at covering tight ends, so that's gonna be a good matchup. Whereas on the other side of the ball, you can put Warner could play thing. You got Greenland; those guys could play the dad.
Yeah.
What the dad is, in my opinion, very good as well. So it's not like you could just knock him out of the game. Like I said, I think the key for this is which line holds up the best, which offensive line holds up the best, because these two teams don't have to send pressure. They don't. They generate pressure from the 4-man front. So, like I said, the reason I wanted to do the breakdown was the strength on both lines is Philly. That's why, in my eyes, I give Philly the slight edge in the game because of the two most important things in my eyes, which is the line. Because the line is going to dictate how well the quarterbacks play. Because if you can't run the ball and you come one dimension, that's a no-go if you got to go against San Fran or Philly. But then if you are opening holes, getting about 5 yards on a run every now and then, and you're setting up 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, with 49ers, you could dump it after McCaffrey, you could get Elijah Mitchell, you don't have to do something big. If it's 3rd and 2 for Philly, you got an option. Jalen Hurts could run, Miles Sanders, you could get to Quez, you could get to all kind of person. So I think the key is, in my eyes, I give the little edge to Philly because with Lane Johnson and Kelsey and those guys know what it's like playing no. I mean, 49ers line is, to me, exceeded expectations, because we at the start of the year we didn't know how that would hold up outside of Trent, because we used to say that McGlinchey wasn't even good no more, and then we didn't know who the guards was and the center was. We only know that Trent Williams was going to hold on. He saw it, but they've come together right. They've been playing very good, so it's not like you could just say that they ain't good. But I think this is going to be the toughest test. No, and we already said it's the clash of the two best teams in the NFC by far. These are the two best teams in the NFC. So
Good.
I think, like I say, if someone came to me and say, you got one chance, know who's your pick, I kind of Jesus said 27-24. But
28-24.
28-24. I say 27-26.
Wow.
I say it's a last-second field goal that wins the game. Or San Fran doesn't get it on 4th down or gets picked in the late in the fourth quarter, something like that. I think it's gonna be that close. It's really hard to tell which way it could go. I can't tell somebody they're wrong if they go San Fran. I can't tell them they're wrong if they go Philly. It's a tough one.
Right.
So, but I just see if from how I look at it, I look at the trenches and I give the edge to Phillies. I can't go against Philly by giving them the edge and the trenches. So, what I think both teams deserve to win. I think it may even go overtime if the way I look at it. So,
Possibility.
yeah, that's how it looks to me. So,
Yeah, they go fuck.
the only thing is like a good point Jesus said too that it might be a factor that little home field advantage against Porter because
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a much more hostile territory. So that's gonna be something else that we gotta monitor too. Playing in Philly is always hard for what you call it for opposing teams. So we're gonna have to watch that and see how poor they perform. I mean, you got a great supporting cast. I don't think it's gonna be that hard, but we're gonna have to see what my score prediction 27-26 Philly. Jizzle said 28-24 Philly. Shane, what's your score prediction?
I think it'll be 27-24 San Fran.
27-24 San Fran. I mean, we can't go against them.
I think it's gonna be a Robbie Gould walk-off.
Okay, so I mean, I can't tell somebody they're wrong. It's too hard to tell.
That's it.
So, what? Like I said, it's gonna be good luck to both of you guys. I mean, we'll be here watching the game, and then that game is a first game, so we'll be on
Yeah, at
tomorrow.
3 o'clock.
I ain't watching no game with that.
All right, he ain't watching the game with us, Jesus. I guess it'll be me and you.
Candy.
It'll be me and you, Jizzle,
Yeah, man.
and we gonna see.
No disrespect, but I would love for we to run away that fucking game, so I don't have to catch a fucking heart attack on you.
No. It'll be,
I would love-
it'll be a hard fought game, partner.
I need Jalen Hurts to have one of them. Type of-
Not he. He playing for one of these big games.
Well,
From star to superstar.
tomorrow we'll definitely see what these two teams are made of, and like I said, good luck to both of you guys. And then you guys, whoever wins, will be facing the winner of Kansas City and Cincinnati. That it's like the tale of two halves. It's like it's the battle of the physicality in the NFC, and then it's the battle of just pure firepower in the AFC, where you got Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. So, what do you guys think that game is gonna look like?
I think it'll be another one of those quarterback battles like we saw last year with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. It's gonna be one of them big battles again. I mean, I think Mahomes has this ankle injury, but I think he still will be able to perform. I think Andy Reid gonna orchestrate some type of offense, probably quick passes. You know, I mean, even though he won't be able to be mobile as much, he's still a good quarterback inside the pocket. So, I mean, you can see him getting the ball to Kittle. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster, who came on late in the season. Kadarius Toney. Also running the ball with Isaac Pacheco too as well. I mean, he ran the ball well in the last game when Cheney had to step in for a little bit for Patrick Mahomes. So,
Remember, this is a rematch.
yeah, we matched
Last
too.
year.
Yeah.
So it kind of gonna mean more to Kansas City because they
Right.
took that last year,
Exactly.
and the Bengals gonna show you that it ain't no fluke. So the Bengals are 3-0 in the last 3 games against Kansas City. So everybody got something to prove tomorrow.
Right.
So it could be. I mean, we all know the key. The key is gonna be how healthy
Mahomes and
Mahomes' ankle is. You know what Joe Burrow and them will do.
Yep.
But how healthy is
who was Joe?
Mahomes? Because we know that rotten apple of Eli gonna start talking. So Will Mahomes shut him up? You got to see. But that's two firepower. I think that game should be in the 28th around there too. 28 to 1, something like that. I don't think those defenses can really stop each other. A defense needs to get stopped, but they ain't gonna just shut this. They ain't gonna shut them down like that. So I could see like a 28, 27. Depend if you get good Mahomes, 28, 27. It's a bad Mahomes is like 28, 20. I kind of feel there. But what do you guys think?
I think you'll get a bad Mahomes, and I think Cincinnati gonna run away with this game. I just can't see watching football for so long. I just can't see. I can't see how you got high ankle sprain. You're gonna come back this week and think you're gonna be 100%. And it might be the point where you say like, I mean, you're gonna scheme up trying quick passes, but that ain't their game. And I don't think they're playing a high-powered offense. Which I don't think they're able to throw that much of those shot dump off and keep up with what Cincinnati are about to do to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like really and truly, the Chiefs don't have no corners that can handle those three wide receivers. I've been saying that all the time. Cincinnati got a dynamic team is probably offensive line away from dominating the AFC completely. They're close. I mean, they're always up in the runners. They're close right now. I think I'm putting them above the Buffalo Bills. I think it's the Chiefs, them, and then the Buffalo Bills. But I think they've been downplaying this injury on Mahomes, and I think Cincinnati gonna expose it come tomorrow. And I think it's gonna be a washout. I think it's gonna be a 34, 35 to 17.
Like I said, to me that game depends on how good Mahomes is and how well he feeling. But a high ankle sprain usually take about 4 to 6 weeks.
4 weeks, 4 to 6, yeah.
He come back on 1 week. I don't understand how he think they gonna have that bandage up so tight. Like he ain't gonna even feel it.
All it take is one hit. That's all it take. And it don't have to be it'll be a clean hit. It could be when he's scrambling and they grab him around the ankles. That's all it takes for that thing to get aggravated.
That's why I said they're gonna tape that up so heavy that he can't even feel his own ankle. He got to wear it. If he don't wear size 10 shooting or put on size 15, how much tape that gonna have on? So, but two good games. I think these two teams are 4 of the top 5 teams in the NFL, basically in my eyes. So they deserve to be there. And tomorrow we'll crown our AFC and NFC champion, and then one of us will be talking about the Super Bowl matchup, but we don't know who yet. It may be Jizzle, it may be Shane. Me and Jizzle will be watching the game together, but Shane said he can't take it, so he can watch it by himself.
You see me with the shades on, you know?
Yeah, somebody ain't gonna be too pleased coming into the show tomorrow, so. But that's fine. I mean, like I said, you guys talked a lot about it on Tuesday. We just got our final say in today. And right now, it's just let's talk and then be ready for the game. I think all of us are ready for the game. First game at 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock, yeah.
3 o'clock. So I think we are just ready for the game right now. So let's see what happens. All right. So now that we got the playoffs out of the way, there's not much news in terms of NFL, but there's one piece of news that happened. The first domino fell in terms of the head coach in chess. Carolina picked his head coach, Frank Wright. I know me and Jizzle talked about it after the show for a bit this week. I'm going to give my take about it. You guys feel free to jump in. Whether you agree with me or you disagree, feel free to jump in on what I got to say, because there's something that kind of like, it's a little, I don't want to say it's ticking me off, but they take it away from the fact that what a hire meant. So we've been talking about, you guys heard I was very, very high on Ben Johnson until he went back to Detroit. and I was very high on Steichen, and I did say my third choice was Frank Wright, and then my fourth choice would have been Steve Wilkes. So Frank Wright was hired. We know he was fired during the season after a 1-4-1 start, or I think 2-4-1, something like that, in Indianapolis. He was an offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, and then he had two good years with Andrew Luck, and then Andrew Luck shocked the world with the retirement, and then he started a domino of quarterbacks. So the
Right.
big noise about everything was that the NFL again lowballed Steve Wilkes. So my thing about it is, yeah, we were 1-4, and Steve Wilkes took over the team. He was 6-6. Big deal. They said, oh, they were 6-6. He turned the dumpster fire into this and that. The only reason we talking about Steve Wilkes, to be honest, is because the winner of the division was 8-9. If he was in the NFC East, West, we would never be talking about Steve Wilkes deserve to be head coach. I don't give two shits what nobody see. Second of all, it is not a black ball if the owner already said from the starting of the off season that we are going to be looking more of a offensive minded coach. So I didn't know this, but I learned something about the Panthers. The Panthers had 5 head coaches in the entire history of it, and all was defensive coordinators, from Don Keebles to John Fox to Ron Rivera, all those guys. Frank Reich is the first offensive minded head coach in the for the Panthers to ever hire. I understood why they wanted to hire Frank Reich. Well, I wanted Ben Johnson or Steichen, the younger ones to grow, but I couldn't be angry or not. I was very happy as well for Frank Reich. The guy is a good judgment of talent for quarterbacks. He helped groom Carson Wentz. He helped Nick Foles go to the Super Bowl. He helped Andrew Luck get 2 of his best seasons ever when he was with the Colts. He helped Philip Rivers to make it into the playoffs when he was already washed up. Last year was a circumstantial thing. Matt Ryan is done. We already say we don't call him Matt Ice. The ice was already put out. Matt Ryan was in Frank Wright's decision. Apparently, Jim Orsay made that push over everybody to go and get Matt Ryan because he believes the team is a win-now team. I have no problem with Frank Wright, and I told KG Deshane that the only way I would have seen that this was a low ball to Steve Wilkes was if we signed a white defensive coordinator. Remember I told you this, Shane, if we signed DeMeco Ryan, in my eyes, he was a younger version of Steve Wilkes. Because Steve Wilkes is defense. If they had signed him, it was okay. If we had signed a Vic Fangio, for instance, then I would have feel a certain way because Vic Fangio is defense. Steve Wilkes is defense. But if I tell you all off season, all the rumors, we had 9 candidates and 7 of them was offensive coordinators or on the offensive side of the ball. How in the world you blackball Steve Wilkes?
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me because what we playing it now he liars come. We are shocked to hear that Steve Wilkes was passed over. He wasn't passed over. He didn't make the playoffs. Okay, he went 6-6. Fine, good, woohoo. Oh, that wasn't his team. He made the best of what he had. I don't want to hear that. And I told you this, Jizzle. If I gonna hire Steve Wilkes, and say for instance, Steve Wilkes wanted Brian Johnson, your quarterback's coach, as his offensive coordinator, and we drafted a quarterback. When Brian Johnson has a tremendous season and he goes and gets hired as a head coach, we got to look for another offensive coordinator. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's a revolving door between the offensive coordinator. You don't have no continuity. With a head coach that's offensive minded, right. You draft a young quarterback, you can groom that young quarterback with Frank Wright. Frank Wright ain't going nowhere, which means if we trade up or if we stay and get Will Levis, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, We know that quarterback gonna be with Frank Wright the next 5 years, guaranteed. Now, suppose I had, like I said, Steve Wilkes was my head coach, and I bring in Matt LaFleur to be the offensive coordinator. Matt LaFleur have a breakout season that he can't coach somewhere else. I got to bring in another offensive coordinator. There's no continuity between you and the quarterback. You slowly progress down. I think that's why a lot of that's why a lot of persons want head coaches that are offensive, because they could groom the quarterback. You gotta have some type of continuity. Shanahan and Porter. Porter's the man going forward. Shanahan gonna be there for the next 5, 6, 7 years. Porter ain't gonna miss a beat. No, a team like the Steelers, they better hope that whoever their offensive coordinator is can groom, can pick it the right way, because that's not what the head coach name is.
Tomlin.
That's not Tomlin's side of the ball. He's defense.
Yeah, Tomlin's defense.
You understand what I'm saying? So the reason the Steelers were so good was because they had a Hall of Famer in Ben. So they didn't have to worry. But no, you gotta, these stuff are stuff that I hate to hear people saying that, oh, he was black Barker, he was black. Bullshit. I don't agree with that. And I'll stand by it, because he was not passed over by another defensive coordinator. We went offense. Oh, they say, oh, but Frank Wright was just fired. Frank Wright was just fired. I was telling KG this Shane, Frank Wright, if you actually hear the story of what happened in Indianapolis, it is no surprise Frank Wright wanted to draft a quarterback after Andrew Luck's sudden retirement. Jim Irsay has this Jerry Jones vibe. He liked to be into things, into it. You understand? He told them this team is ready to win. No, it can't win with a rookie quarterback. We have to go and get a veteran quarterback. Fine. They went with Phillip. He had 1 year in him. Let's draft a quarterback. No. They went with Jacoby Brissett. The only decision Frank Wright made was he voted for Carson Wentz, and that last year. And they were without continuity on the quarterback side. All those times the only time he didn't make playoffs was with Brissett, and then the Carson Wentz. But all he had to do was win the last game,
Right.
And they would have won.
That's what I say.
And then another thing about it is, can you guys tell me who the offensive playmakers was outside of Jonathan Taylor?
Nobody.
I have no idea who they was.
Nah, so no worries. Even no tight
Pittman
end.
is a number 2 at best. So he's been laboring for playmakers. He's been laboring for a quarterback to groom, and Irsay is putting his foot in it. He and Chris Ballard. Then this year, when they told him Wentz didn't work, he admitted Wentz didn't work. He thought he could fix him. He's broken. What did Irsay say? Well, we need to go and get Matt Ryan. That wasn't Frank Wright's decision. So you bring a 36, 37-year-old Matt Ice that already defeated. He got no bone in the body. And because he didn't perform the way you think, who the hell Matt Ryan had to throw the ball to? Remember, Jonathan Taylor being injured most of this season.
Right.
Yep.
This ain't a case of Nathaniel Hackett with Russell Wilson and Sutton and all of them. This is a case of Matt Ryan, no Jonathan Taylor. Matt Ryan, no Jonathan Taylor, and Michael Pittman in now and then. So how you expect Frank Wright to actually do something with that team? Fine. One of those analysts said, Jim Irsay's trash, which is Frank Wright, is David Tepper's treasure. And I agree with that. I think Frank Wright is gonna have a big emphasis, and we talk about this already. This team isn't too far off in terms of like competing. The team has a good foundation of defensive pieces. Let Frank Wright come in now, pick his quarterback, get another playmaker. They said he's gonna target a tight end for possession too, and let him build the offense. You got an offensive line. You got Brian Bonds. You got Derek Brown, J.C. Hans, Shaq Thompson, Frankie Louvu. The defense got some good pieces. The offensive line is set. Dante Jackson. No, I don't like Dante Jackson. He can't stay healthy. I like him, but he can't stay. This 3 years now, you can't stay healthy. So I don't know. We need to get another cornerback. But you got DJ Moore, Foreman, Hubbard. Draft a quarterback. If you could get Will Levis or CJ Stroud, fine. I don't have a problem with Anthony Richardson, but I don't know if That's Frank Wright type of quarterback. You know, Frank Wright had the Wentz and the Fools and them. I don't think if we do draft Anthony Richardson, we'll have to pull Jizzle's quarterback coach and be offensive coordinator,
Right.
Brian Johnson, because he was Anthony Richardson's offensive coordinator in Florida.
Yeah.
Outside of that, let Frank Wright do his job. Just let him go and do it. David Tepper say, I can give you the money to spend. I know you are trying to get Vic Fangio. It doesn't look like we're going to get him, but there's still some good people who run the defense out there.
Are you getting Vic Fangio?
No, we didn't get him. They says we've been talking to him up till last night, but it doesn't look like we're going to get him. But we're not too sure as yet. But anything can happen. I would like that you have a veteran. I would even say, hey, I thought so, but they said that he's high on Miami's wish list too. And I don't know. Maybe he thinks it's a better opportunity in Miami because you know the McDaniels fellow is a young offensive head coach. He could do what he wants on defense. But Frank Wright, they said he has a long history with Frank Wright, so I don't know what the problem is yet. I'll see what happens. I still think we don't know what's gonna happen.
He was there with Frank Wright in Indianapolis too, right? Wasn't he?
No, Gus Bradley.
Gus Bradley, okay.
Gus Bradley.
And I think they may want to pull Gus Bradley, or he's still under contract in thing. I think the longer our coordinators stay, we don't have news on coordinators. I got a feeling that they're coming from Philly because Jizzle they said to keep on. I don't know. I can't remember his name. He's our passing game coordinator. He was Frank Wright number 2 man.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. He like 41, but he was Frank Wright's number 2 man for a while. Because remember, Sirianni came from there. From under Frank Wright, and most of the staff went to Philly too.
Yeah.
So, like I say, guys, I have no problem with this. I hate to hear people say that we were lowballed. I don't like that. That Steve Wilks was lowballed. I would have tried to get Steve Wilks to be the defensive coordinator, but he ain't gonna do that. Cap right in the way. But another crazy thing is, if Steve Wilks was doing such a good job, how come nobody interviewed him for the head coaching job? Are you hearing anybody say head coaching job for Steve Wilks?
No, nobody else.
But apparently, I found out today that is. Remember that lawsuit with Brian Flores? Yeah. He's actually in that lawsuit too. With the Arizona Cardinals nonsense. Remember they've hired him for one thing, and so in the lawsuit, he's actually a defendant in it. He and Brian Flores. So they say people trying to stay away from him. The most he'll get is an assistant job. But come on, man, because we didn't pick Steve Wilks as a head coach. There's nothing guaranteed to him. If he made the playoffs, probably yeah. But he went 6-6. And the division had sucked. So don't come tell me he deserved no job. No. We wanted offensive head coach. And I listened to a Frank Wright interview. I'm happy with it. I'm ready to roll. I can't wait for Monday and Tuesday to see what news gonna come up on the Panthers. And I'm okay with it. So well, I know Jizzle is a huge fan of Frank Wright. Jizzle, you got anything on that hiring?
I think that's a good hire. They're gonna Frank Wright gonna bring over that offense that he has, and probably push our team, being in a bad division, probably to a division winner next year.
And that's the thing. It's a very weak division.
Right.
Look who's the quarterbacks in the division. Desmond Ridder. New Orleans, Dalton and Jameis Winston. If Brady don't come back, Tampa Bay don't have none. Frank Wright in a position to succeed if he fixes the offense.
Right. There's a few skill positions added, to the receiver side. You're good to go. DJ Moore right there already is a number 1.
I mean, thanks to Sheen with the McCaffrey trade, you got extra picks to play around with. You draft some skill position players and help out. I think Terrace Marshall is a good player as well that started to blossom. We need I know for a fact we need a tight end. I ain't even gonna lie. We need a tight end. But we get another skill position player that go with Terrace Marshall, DJ Moore. I do believe we could do some good things next year. So right. I like the hire. Shane, why you got any thoughts on why you think with the hire?
I don't know why. I agree with you. I don't know why people are making noise because the Panthers did exactly what they said they were going to do from the jump. They were looking for offensive-minded head coach. They went and got
Exactly.
coach. So I think it's a good hire. I think it's a great hire. And I really thought I got a big fans because I think when you posted that in chat, I need
Yeah.
KC on the Xbox, and I think KC by that team will be deadly.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is it had some conflicted. One person was saying deal is expected to be finalized tonight. Josina Anderson is picking up momentum. Then the next one come up and say it's unlikely at this point that he's I couldn't pick up my mind. I couldn't make up my mind which way here going. But I was so hyped for it. At that time. I was so hyped to say that you got experience on both sides of the ball.
Both
That
sides
could
of
be
the
something
ball.
special.
Right. So
But
I think it's a great hire, and I think like you say, with all the picks that y'all have coming up too, y'all get them skill position players and fix the offense. It'd be interesting to see what y'all do at quarterback. And then,
yeah, I think it comes to that.
yeah.
I do believe it comes to what Frank Wright decides. Can we trade up to? I think this year the draft gonna be a little tricky because so does somebody give up a lot of assets to go to jump the Texans for a quarterback? It could happen. Does the Texans trade up to the number 1 pick from number 2 so that nobody jump them? It could happen.
Possibly.
If Chicago stays, they'll draft a defensive player. Texans go quarterback there.
Chicago
Number
has no reason to stay in the one spot. None.
I was traded.
I was trading it.
The highest bidder would have look here. If I was Chicago, I would say, look, just give me the highest bid. I don't mind moving down. Cause I can either get Will Anderson, I can get a Jalen Carter, I can get one of them big bad defensive players.
Mhm.
I just need more picks. But if they do stay, Houston is number 2. I think it's Arizona number 3. They're not going quarterback, but Indianapolis is number 4. Does somebody trade up to number 3? And if Bryce Young goes at number 2, does somebody trade up to get CJ Stroud? Does the Panthers go up to 3? Or if we know if the Colts pick a quarterback at number 4, does someone trade up to number 5 or 6 to get Will Levis or Anthony Richardson? So it's a lot of options, which we'll talk later down in the season. But I think, like you guys said, I'm just happy with the hire. I'm really excited for what the Panthers got coming up. Let Frank Wright do his thing. He's a proven leader, well respected, and he's managed some real good offenses, and he's a very good developer of quarterback. He actually threw the first touchdown pass for Carolina in the history of the franchise. So he's coming home actually, and I'm happy with the hire. And I need people to stop saying this low ball shit with Steve Wilkes. We did not hire a defensive coordinator. We hired a offensive coordinator. So I'm done with that stupid shit. A little disappointed I get taken up Ben Johnson, but I'll deal with Frank Wright. I didn't know Frank Wright was 61 years old already. I don't know how long he got. But we'll see what happens. But let the Panthers keep pounding and keep it going. I think go ahead.
So I use the only team right now off the block.
Right now, we are the only team. I for some strange reason, I don't think the other 4 teams know what they're doing.
Well, Houston came out today and said that D'Amico is their number 1.
Thing is their number 1 choice. Yeah, I heard that.
I think D'Amico actually had a press conference today and said that Houston is his number 1 choice.
I do believe he'll take the job.
Somebody need to boycott that shit.
Because the thing about it is he gets the number 1 pick. I mean the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
So it's not like he drafts his quarterback. He already has some good little pieces. He'll have his space to do what he has to do. So I don't know. But it's just strange that I think you see the thing is the longer these teams take, it makes me feel like they're gonna pluck people off of the 4 teams that left staff, like the Eagles and 49ers. Because this time of the year, all the teams already got head coaches.
Yeah.
This is very big, but it like Shane said, like sometimes so we know Houston, they want D'Amico. It looks like they're the clear cut. Denver, I have no idea what Denver do. We just had a report there that said Denver owner flew out to Ann Arbor to talk to Jim Harbaugh. We have no idea what Denver want to do. Then we got no idea where the Colts going because them just had a damn petition that say 16,000 people say that they don't want Jeff Saturday to be the head coach. They got a second interview with Wink Martin. I don't know what direction the Colts going. Then you ain't even hearing nothing about the Cardinals.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't nothing about the Cardinals.
I ain't hear a thing about the Cardinals. I ain't hear nothing about the Cardinals. Then I saw a report Cardinals still in play for Sean Payton. Really? Really? Sean Payton? Sean Payton gonna work with Kyler Murray? I don't think so. But again, I ain't hearing nothing. I don't know who the Cardinals interview. I have no idea who the Cardinals interview. I think they had an interview Frank Wright, and he ain't there no more.
He done gone.
So I don't know who these teams looking at. Outside of the Texans like CNC, their top choice is D'Amico. Who the hell the Colts, Broncos, and Cardinals looking at? My guess is as good as yours. I have no idea. I hear nothing on them. I'm hearing nothing. Jizzle, sorry, look like Gannon gonna be staying with you. I think he going. I think Steichen maybe. Steichen could still get ahead.
Steichen staying, but he's still staying. He stayed. I don't know.
Shane, he gonna have to look for a new defensive coordinator. We could guarantee that. I thought they said Denver was high and Denver wanted D'Amico too. I know D'Amico's gone. He's gone somewhere, either Denver or Houston. What? I don't know. The Colts to me is a mess. The Cardinals. I think they say that Kyler Murray is involved with the head coaching process. I think people are coming there saying, "You think you're gonna leave? He bully me? I don't want he."
Exactly.
That's my thing about it. I think he's making it hard. So I don't know, but we gotta wait and see. But I'm glad the Panthers got it out of the way. It was an extensive source, 9 candidates. Again, I wanted it to be 10, but Big Benny decided to go back to Detroit. So we will ride he again when we play Detroit. Because I angry for that. I will ride Big Ben Johnson when we play Detroit. Thought my partner Shane Steichen would have get it, but they said he had a very bad interview. But I don't think he was fully there. He was
focused on that.
Yeah. So and then they said I saw a report saying that said D'Amico would have been interested in Carolina if they pushed harder. So I don't think they really pushed harder. But because that would have been, I think they knew that would have been blowback. If they actually hired D'Amico, that would have been blowback.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for defensive coordinator.
That's my thing. That would have been a blowback because one, I thought they were only gonna bring him in for the Rooney Rule. Because you needed 2 outside minorities. Yeah. We already interviewed Jim Caldwell, and D'Amico was the second one. As soon as we didn't get D'Amico, we interviewed the Denver Broncos defensive coordinator, who they say people like, Evero, whatever his name is. They're saying that people like them. So we gotta just see what's gonna happen with the rest of them. But I'll get some more news for you guys, and not tomorrow. I won't get no news outside of that. But on Tuesday, I'll have more news with the Panthers. Hopefully, you have more news Hopefully, I have more news about the coaching thing and more coaches on Tuesday. But I mean, all eyes shift to Lincoln Financial Stadium tomorrow, and I don't even know what the Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. All eyes shift to them for tomorrow's game, and I mean, it's football time. It's playoff championship time. So, I mean, I'll sleep good. I don't know about you guys.
I gonna sleep good too.
So it looks like everybody getting a good sleep.
Everybody getting a good sleep.
All right, so I mean, that's it. That's it for me for today. I got it off my chest on what this Frank Wright situation. What you guys got anything else from your side?
It's ready for tomorrow. Let's go. Let's get it up. Let's go. One more step.
You want to see if Jalen Hurts gonna dominate again, like he's been doing all season. AJ Brown, the 2 receivers, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith, maybe Quez too, in the slot. So we're gonna see.
All right. Well, I think that's it from us for tonight. As usual, don't forget to hit that like button, like and subscribe our page. And you can always check us out on Facebook, Instagram, in Twitter for all the leaders. Carolina Panthers, Philadelphia Eagles, and San Francisco 49ers news. So outside of that, we wish everyone a good weekend, and to all our San Fran fans, good luck. To all our Philly fans, good luck. And we expect a good and exciting match tomorrow. And then Sunday show, somebody gonna be happy, somebody ain't gonna be happy. I neutral, so don't look at me. I neutral for the time being. So I think that's it from us. Unless these guys got just don't go play your Philly song and them things. I ain't able.
You can be that.
That's it for me, guys. So.
That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else to say. Game time. Let's go.
All right, so we'll see everyone tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, to talk about what we saw in the NFC Championship game and what we saw in the AFC Championship game, and let everybody get it out of their chest. Cause I don't know what we expect. It might be some cheating, cussing, all kind of stuff. I don't. Let's,
Anytime them fucking referees don't call a straight game, you hear me? Anytime.
The referees are playing some type of way to dictate them games, bro.
Yep.
Because of this game. Because this game
Yep.
be physical. They gonna be physical. I don't want to see nothing that shit. They need to let the boys and play.
all right, so tomorrow, same time, we'll see everyone 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about the two games. Until then, that's it from us. We're out. We're gonna enjoy the night the right way. Drinking some drinks.
That's right. Peace
All
out.
right. Peace.